Welcome to the Bauernhaus. This is the Bauernhaus, right? Am I at the right place?
The Carolina Bauernhaus. Some volume, please. Please, just a little. Well, not too loud, David. That's a little bright. Can you put a little bottom on that? That sounds pretty good to me, man. How is it, baby? Think I need more? You may be right. Well, come on down to the Flint River Inn for the best in gambling and bootleg gin. It's the only place in Peach County you can win a 49 Ford and money to spend. Well, pan fried channel cat's mighty good if it's cooked with some greens and you're in the mood. All the people come around bigger than flies, slot machine wheels rolling in eyes, cherries and lemons, a $10 stack, regulation cool with a solid pearl rack, 78 jukebox pumping out the hits, ham and eggs and bacon and plenty of grits. So y'all come on down to the Flint River Inn for the best in gambling and bootleg gin. It's the only place in Peach County you can win 49 Ford and money to spend. Well, the punch board Billy and Jerry Jack Slade gambled all the money that they ever made. And they walked out the door with mighty big grins and said losing is a pleasure at the Flint River Inn. Oh, Daddy was a bootlegger man, I say, and we'd have been there until the day the law called on and they run him on a rail, and my poor Uncle Charlie had to go Daddy's way. So y'all come on down to the Flint River Inn for the best in gambling and bootleg gin. It's the only place in Peach County you can win a 49 Ford and money to spend. Flint River Inn. That was a real place. A real place. Do you remember punch boards? When was the last time you saw a punch board? 40 years ago. Oh, man, yeah. Well, this was, I would say, 1948, 47, 48, 49. They had Chuck-a-Luck. You know, the Chuck-a-Luck looked like a big, like this with dice in it. They turned it, people bet on it. I saw Hank Williams live out there. Yes, sir. guitar sounds good through that mixer. I can't believe it. Oh, the weather's gray outside. It looks like rain. I hear a lonely whistle of a far distant train. I got some words I know I wanted to say, but I guess I won't write 'em down. Write 'em down today. It sure gets lonely, baby, thinking of you. Ain't it funny what a little blues will do? All the trees bend in the wind, they start to sing. I hum the melody, and the song begins. And through the dirty glass, I think I see you. But I just say to myself, John, you silly boy, Lord, you know that ain't true. Strange things happen, baby, when I'm thinking of you. Ain't it funny what a little blues will do? All the trees bend in the wind, they start to sing. I hum a melody, and the song begins. And through the dirty glass, I think I see you. But I just say to myself, John, you are one stupid boy. Lord, you know that ain't true. Strange things happen, baby, when I'm thinking of you. Ain't it funny what a little blues will do? Ain't it funny what a little blues, a little blues will do? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody, thank you. Well, I watched a great documentary the other day on Little Richard. Shh, tell me about it. Yeah. When I was a young and novice engineer in Atlanta at NRC Studios in the early 60s, I did whatever came in the studio. We had 6 mics. It was mono. We had an equalizer called the Blonder Tongue, which you could do like one thing at a time. That was it. We used a septic tank as an echo chamber. Yeah, it worked, you know. And then when the spring reverb came out, I put a spring reverb in front of that septic tank, man. It made it sound real big. So I remember one morning I came in and they had the book there, the booking log, and I looked in there and we had a couple commercials for drive-ins. And then at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it said Richard Penniman, Reverend Richard Penniman. And I looked at the name and I knew the name and I knew that Little Richard's name was Richard Penniman, you know. And I hadn't heard anything, though, about him turning to the ministry, which he had done. So he came in, and we did. He came in with like I think an 8 or 9 voice choir. And we had a B3 in there, had a Chickering 5-foot baby grand on a spider in that studio. Anyway, he came in and he did it. It was preaching and gospel and singing, and it was, you know, an LP's worth, 2 sides. So the band's gone home. It's just me and Reverend Penniman. And I'm out in the studio rolling up cables, hanging them back on the wall so people wouldn't step on them, break them. I'd have to fix them, you know. So Richard comes out and he sits down at the Chickering, which was open because we'd just been using it. And it had one of those plush long bench seats. And he came and he sat out there and he asked me about myself and asked me where I was from. And I asked him, you know, I said, I know you're Little Richard. And he smiled, and he acquiesced. And I asked him, I said, Richard, would you do me a favor? Big time favor. He said, what's that, Little John? I said, would you play Lucille for me? I said, it's just me and you. He says, well, God's up there, and I promised God I would never play that rock and roll music again. I said, why would you do something like that? I said, God gave you that talent, man. I said, you know how many people you made smile? I said, you're my mother's favorite artist. And my mother's top drawer from England, okay? Long, tall Sally built for speed. She got everything that Uncle John needs. So he's sitting there, and he puts his hand up on the keyboard. And I'm sitting there, I'm rolling the cables. And all of a sudden, he starts. I mean, like it was nothing. Perfect time. Like he'd done it 5 minutes before. And then he put his hands up here, and he started playing. And his energy increased. And he stood up, and that damn plush chair went flying backwards, and he started playing Lucille and singing it at the top of his lungs. I thought I was going to die. I thought I had died and gone to heaven, for sure. And when he started singing it like that, the piano started moving by itself across the floor. And he didn't stop singing that damn song until the piano hit the wall on the other side of the studio. And he turned around and he looked at me. I said, thank you so much. You have made my life, my brother. And I did another album with him, but I never had, I mean, that's like, you know, you got stories and you categorize them, but that's like one of my favorites that I'll never forget. I'll never forget that story. Yeah. Okay, what should I do to close with and further embarrass myself? Let's see. Got an E harp? All around the world, I'd rather be a fly. Light on my baby, stay with her till I die. With a toothpick in my hand, I dig a 10-foot ditch and run through the jungle fighting lines with a switch because you know I love you, baby. Yeah, you know I love you, baby. If I don't love you, baby, grits ain't groceries, eggs ain't poultries, and Mona Lisa was a man. Well, all around the world, I never will forget. Lost all my money, my woman, and my pet. I gotta have you, baby, settle for nothing less. Give up all my good time girls and set for happiness because you know I love you, baby. Yeah. Yeah, you know I love you, baby. If I don't love you, baby, grits ain't groceries, eggs ain't poultries, and Mona Lisa was a man. You gonna play Roger? You don't have an E harp? Well, all around the world, I'd rather be a fly. I'd light on my baby, stay with her till I die. With a toothpick in my hand, I dig a 10-foot ditch and run through the jungle fighting lines with a switch because you know I love you, baby. Yes, you know I love you, baby. If I don't love you, baby, grits ain't groceries, eggs ain't poultries, and Mona Lisa was a man. Sure was. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mike is next, I think. Oh, Tumbleweed's next? Where is he? Sounded damn good, man, without any, yeah, with the buzzes and everything. It's okay. Thank you.